Good morning, it's day 3. Stayed the night at Nethergill Farm. I was shattered when I got here, so sorry I didn't really do a review last night. And I also didn't do any filming because I was sharing the place with a party of schoolgirls doing their Duke of Edinburgh, so obviously it wasn't appropriate for me to do any filming. So yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, a reasonable night's sleep. Went out like a light, but then tossed and turned, and we had quite a few rain showers during the night, and we had several this morning already. So yeah, it wasn't the worst night's sleep, certainly wasn't the best night's sleep. So it's what time is it now? 8:30. So the aim of today is to get to Dent, and this is the remote section, shall we say, where yeah, you're going to cross over the Pennine Way and whatever. So I don't think there's hardly any facilities at all till I get to Dent. So I've got to be self-sufficient today. And yeah, the forecast is for the showers to continue like yesterday. So it's not going to be the greatest of experiences, but hey ho, just have to go with the flow. That last stretch has actually been bloody hard work, twisting and turning and trying to avoid all the wet squelchy bits and whatever, but now we're heading up a bit of a hill to Cam Houses, I think it's called, something like that, up this hill up here. Not particularly steep hill, but I'm hoping that that'll get us away from some of the worst of the boggy conditions, but we'll have to wait and see. Managed to get up that hill without too much trouble. I've done a bit of aerobic training the last couple of months, I suppose, on an exercise bike, just a bit of climb hills like that. But yeah, just spin the camera around. Obviously high up here, must get a lot of snow because I've got a snow track vehicle. But a lovely view from up here, all the way back down Langstrothedale. But anyway, onwards and upwards. I think shortly we'll be joining up with the Pennine Way. I haven't checked my map, I need to do that. I've just reached the point where the Dales Way meets the Pennine Way, just as a massive rain showers come howling through. So as you can see, I'm sort of hunkered down in what little bit of shelter I can find behind this stone cairn. There's the sign beside me indicating the Pennine Way. Yeah, so I'll just, because it's a little bit exposed up here because we're right on the tops, so I'll just stay here for a few minutes, see the worst of this rain dissipates, because once the rain goes, the wind tends to die down again. So here we are on the Pennine Way. I think this is joint Pennine Way and Pennine Bridleway, this bit. We're not on it for long. I think it's only about a mile. And we'll drop down towards Ribblehead Viaduct and all around that area. Hopefully in a minute we'll get to see a view. Hands are absolutely bloody freezing now. It's we just had hail in amongst that shower, so I don't know what the temperature is up here, but it ain't warm. And it was bloody cold last night. I don't normally suffer from the cold when I'm sleeping in a tent, but I did last night. That up ahead is Ingleborough, I think. Is it Ingle something? 700 metres high. We're currently at 516 odd, so just about 1700 feet up here. Hence why it's so bloody cold. But anyway, bit of a proper track now, so I get a bit of a pace on, because as I say, it's been slow going so far. I've only done 3 miles and it's taken me over an hour and a half to do that. So we're saying goodbye to the Pennine Way now, and heading off down here, and in the distance, I don't know whether this camera will pick it out, you can just about see the Ribblehead Viaduct. We're not actually going that far. I think we go down to where those farm buildings are and then hang a right. Yet again another fucking rain shower, or they're sort of hail showers, but so I've hunkered down behind some wall again to try and get out the worst of it. I just crossing, I don't know what road it is, but a road, having come down off the tops. But yeah, what have I done? I think I've only done about 5 miles. It's been tough going so far, really tough. I think the next 2 or 3 miles is pretty much similar to what I've been doing. But after that, I'm hoping it's going to get a little bit easier. But I just wish this fucking rain would piss off. This is supposed to be June. I chose to come in June because last year June was nice and July was horrible. I could have come beginning of May, but I didn't. I booked leave back in, I don't know, March time for June. All that lovely weather we had a month or so ago, this walk would have been an absolute doddle. Would have been gorgeous. But oh no, I got to get this fucking weather. It's more like fucking November. It's freezing cold. I've got gloves on because fingers now no longer work. Half my camera equipment's given up the ghost because it's wet or cold or just doesn't want to work. Yeah, so I'm having a bit of a paddy fit at the moment. Just need to calm down and summon up some fucking mojo from somewhere, but it's just maybe the training didn't pay off after all. I'm not gonna lie, that was quite a climb from the road up to here. My fingers are so cold I can't operate the camera. Yeah, spin around. Yeah, climbing up from the road over there up here. Yeah, bit of a killer. Thankfully it's not raining at the moment, so we've got some half decent views. That's where we came down, over there. But anyway, carry on now. Along here, well, yeah, so we're back to twisting and turning and squelchy paths and stuff. certainly I'm guessing for probably the next couple, 2-3 miles. So that'll be slow going again. If my map reading skills are correct, this is the border post. Customs are obviously gone because I'm now leaving Yorkshire and entering Westmoreland, or Cumbria, or is it? I think it is. No, I don't know. Westmoreland's the old county name. Whether it's gone back to that or not, no. But anyway, yeah, we're out of North Yorkshire. Right, I've just come out on the road now. I think we've got to stick on this road now for the next 3-4 miles. So even though it's hard work on the feet, hopefully I'll make a bit of progress. There's a Dent Head viaduct just come into view. I think we're going to be walking underneath that in a short while. And then you can sort of see the valley we got to go up, and then we'll be going round that valley that you sort of see the gap between the hills. This is the Sportsman's Inn. Is it open or not? Let's have a quick look. Are you open or not? Alright, thank you. No. Sportsman's Inn, or probably better named the Sportsman's Out. This is the point where we leave the road, and I think the path still takes us along the riverbank, but yeah, I don't know what it's going to be like, see, but oh. Yeah, I hope it's not too much like this, so that's quite hard work. Brought us out onto this nice meadow. there was a sign back there saying camping at Oughtershaw Farm, which I'm assuming is going to be up in the corner over there, because I imagine quite a lot of people would be tempted to wild camp in this field. But I suspect the farmer's not very happy with that. There we go. Do not cut branches off the trees, no fires on the camping field. Well, maybe this is part of the camping field then. But yeah, very nice. One thing I've noticed on the Dales Way is they do like a nice spring on their gates. Yeah, this thing, it's a bit like Arkwright's Hill. You can have your hand off if you're not careful. There's been so many of them. I mean, that's a wide gate, but some of them are these little tiny narrow ones that go through a stone wall. And yeah, blinking gates will have your hand off if you're not careful. I mean, I appreciate, you know, they want them to shut themselves because presumably some lazy walkers don't bother shutting the gates, but yeah, I think they're springs that are probably more suited to other things rather than little gates like that. Just on the final stretch into Dent, but if you're going to do this path and you push for time, the last little sort of mile or so is a wiggly windy path on the edge of the river, very, very narrow, lots of tree roots, stones and whatever to try and trip you up, and you don't even get a view of the river. I mean, obviously this side we got the meadow, but even some of the other places you don't even get to see the meadow. So if you push for time, I'd stick to the road, cut out a lot of hassle, because when you're tired after a long day, this path is a bit finicky and there's not a huge amount of benefit, I don't think. I'm sure it's a lovely walk from Dent if you're just coming out for a little stroll, but when you've had a long day in the saddle, it's actually a lot of hassle that's not worth it. That's my opinion anyway. Sight for sore eyes. I stopped at Dent Heritage Centre, where they've also got a campsite behind. And thankfully the cafe was open, so I got them to make me a nice bacon butty, because I was starving by the time I arrived. And the only trouble is I had to share it. That's a very cheeky robin here. Already helped himself to a bit of coleslaw off my plate. Look at him. On the coffee cup. I don't think robins eat cabbage.